the brand new Cadillac Escalade Platinum. And what's special about this one is it has the 3-liter inline-6 turbo diesel, the Duramax. This is the Platinum trim, so you see the upgraded 22-inch wheels, regular wheelbase. Around back, you'll note this 600D badge. On the regular gas one, the 6.2 V8, it just says 600. That stands for the torque output in Newton meters and rounded, because technically it's 623.676, but that doesn't look good on a badge, so it just says 600. The D is for Duramax or diesel, however you want to interpret it. We spent some time with the regular gas V8 version, and I really liked it, but this diesel one is what I think the best option. So the new Escalade. Since we're around back, let's show you the cargo capacity. You press the badge back there and the lift gate opens up. You can see I've got some camera gear back here, a little cooler, some tripods. You can fold the seats down using these buttons here, and you get the seats to go down. You can do both the left and the right. It's a 60-40 split there, and they will come back up too with those same buttons. Same thing with the second row. So a 3-row vehicle. We can go ahead and close that trunk. There's also, you can kick underneath the bumper to open it up. Let's continue walking around the side of this Escalade, the new taillights. Again, I did a full review of this, so you can see the more cinematic shots and other details. This is actually the identical color combination compared to the other gas V8 Escalade that I was driving, so the B-roll shots would look exactly the same. This is the Platinum Luxury Grille. The Sport Grille looks different. You can get it blacked out, so there's different versions of it. I really like this updated front end. With that, let's hop inside. We'll take it for a drive. When you open up the doors, we have the side skirts that come out. And inside we come into this Escalade Platinum. We have soft closed doors. Just let them gently latch and it will pull it in. The inside of the Platinum has some very impressive features. The main centerpiece of which is this. These curved OLED display screens, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Let's go ahead, turn the truck on. You'll see the screens wake up. So I've got the augmented reality screen pulled up right now. You see it's a live camera feed of outside. And when you have navigation running, it'll overlay arrows and directional turns and things like that onto the live feed of the road. It's really cool. On this left screen, we have our trip computer right now. You'll see over the last 990 miles, I've averaged just under 25 mpg. Now, if we go here, we can go to the map version, so the entire center screen becomes a display map for navigation. The conventional gauge screen here with your speedometer in the middle. And then this one has night vision, but it's only available when it's dark and it's sunny out right now, so no night vision. I really love these curved OLED screens. This infotainment is easy to use, it's friendly, it looks amazing. And then we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I usually just put my phone into this wireless charging slot. You'll see it recognizes the phone is in there. It'll set up charging for it. Cup holders here. And then we have an auto hold button, so when you come to a stop, the vehicle will hold the brakes for you. Auto stop start, lane keep assist, rotary dial here. This is actually a refrigerated center console. This nice wood trim has got some pattern to it, it's matched on a steering wheel. The powertrain, so a 3-liter turbocharged Duramax. It's the inline-6. Now, it makes 277 horsepower, which is a bit less than the gas V8, but the same 460 pound-feet of torque. And the most important thing is that peak 460 pound-feet of torque occurs at 1500 RPM, whereas in the gas V8, it's something like 4000 RPM. So that's low down power for a large luxury SUV. That's what you really want. And I've driven this one a lot, the Duramax. I've also driven the gas one. Without a single doubt, this is the better one to pick from. You have the same amount of torque, so off the line, the responses aren't quite as sharp as the gas V8, but once you're rolling, you just ride this mountain of torque, and it just carries you along. At no point driving this did I feel like it was lacking. And again, it's something like over 6,000 pounds. It's a huge, heavy, luxury SUV. It's not trying to be something super sporty. That's not the point of the Escalade Platinum. And now the other benefits of the Duramax. Fuel economy. So I showed you guys averaging 25.8 over the last 435 miles. On the freeway, I averaged well over 27. There was a short stint where I was going a little bit slower, and it was over 30 miles per gallon. 30 miles per gallon in a Escalade is crazy to me. And it also helps the fuel range. The gas one on a full tank, that one wasn't doing so well. It was getting something like 14 to 15 mpg. I don't think it was being driven in the most fuel efficient manner, but the range wasn't that great. Even on a full tank, it was showing like something like 300 miles of range. This one, I filled it up yesterday, took 21 gallons of diesel, 580 something miles of range. That is much more usable. Now, if you're able to buy an Escalade Platinum, you likely don't care as much about the actual cost of fuel, so the efficiency isn't maybe the determining factor, but that range number is that's convenience. You don't have to go to the gas station to fill up every other day. If you have this kind of range, it's just a little more convenient, which I really appreciate. Again, I drove all the way out here to Michigan from the Chicago area and was spending the whole day yesterday all over the place filming stuff without having to go to the gas station until the end of the day, filled up with diesel. Now, this is the four-wheel drive version too, so that will, I believe, decrement your fuel economy slightly, but I've been using two-wheel drive pretty much the whole time, and it's been fine. So I've touched on the chief benefits of the Duramax. So that torque down low, the much better efficiency, the fuel economy, it's smooth. It doesn't really have any of the downsides a lot of people seem to think about with diesels. It's out of the way. You don't really notice it. It doesn't intrude upon the cabin. You will have to deal with diesel exhaust fluid, but that's part of it. And it's become to the point where these consumer diesel powertrains, it's not a bad thing. It's fine. They wouldn't put it in a $100,000 luxury SUV if it was bad. And the other big thing, speaking of the price, it's no cost extra. It costs the same as the gas engine. There's no additional charge. There's no discount. It's just the same price as the gas V8. So this one specifically, Escalade Platinum, with a couple options, went from that base price of around $103,000 to just under $110,000. And I know that's a lot of money, but you're talking about the top tier latest flagship Cadillac SUV. And this is an icon in the world of American luxury vehicles and luxury vehicles ever. The Escalade, they are massive. The presence, the luxury, they did a good job updating this. Some other cool touches. We have heated and cooled front seats. It's warm out today. I'll put cooled seats on. We have massage seats. There's a button there on the left that I can use to turn them on, or there's another toggle, and you'll see on the right screen it'll pull up lumbar control and things like that for adjusting the seats. But the very top setting is your massage. So I've got roll. You can change the intensity, need, wave, relief, glide, and this is a good massage seat. It's not just kind of inflating and deflating random parts of the seat. It's actually got like the points, and it's got motion, and I love it. On a road trip, it was great. Just have your massage seats running. One complaint, this does not have Super Cruise yet. Super Cruise is supposed to become available on the Escalades. It's not quite, I think, rolled out on a lot of them. I remember seeing one truck that had the review with Super Cruise, but again, this is my second Escalade I'm driving. No Super Cruise yet, just regular adaptive cruise control, lane keep, all sorts of things like that. It has the park assist and things like that, but I would love to try out Super Cruise. I really, really want to see what it's like, because I've heard great things about it, and it will become available on the newest Escalade. And honestly, on the inside, other than the fact that the tachometer has a much lower red line, you really can't tell that this is a diesel. On the outside, you have that 600D badge on the back instead of just 600, but there's no very obvious signs that would alert you to the fact that this one has a Duramax versus a gas engine. The 10-speed automatic shifts gear smoothly, keeps you in that power band, but just the fact that you have the wave of torque starting at 1,500 RPM. 1,500 RPM for peak torque, 460 pound-feet. That's brilliant, and you can really only do that with a diesel powertrain. So when you don't have that glorious AKG audio system playing, like right now, I'm just driving and talking, the isolation from the road is pretty good. Again, this is still kind of more truck-like than something like a Range Rover, which feels more floaty and even more luxurious. But the air suspension, adjustable height air suspension on this Escalade Platinum has magnetic ride dampers too that help it handle pretty well. It still, even with 22-inch wheels, isolates you from road imperfections. You don't hear too much wind noise, and you saw from the outside, this thing is a behemoth of a vehicle. It's enormous. Aerodynamics, yes, it has some. It's shaped like a brick, but that's what a big SUV is like. But inside, I mean, you are isolated from the road. It is comfortable, and you can hear I'm kind of just regularly driving now. The diesel powertrain, it's not unrefined at all. It's nice and smooth. I am a huge fan of this Duramax. Now, this video is not intended to be a full comprehensive review of every single aspect of the Escalade. I did my full review with the gas one, so make sure you check that out, and along with the other living with videos that show the more behind the scenes types of things. But I wanted to try out this point of view angle to give you guys an experience of what it's like to cruise in an Escalade Platinum. Heads up display up there. Do I have any other complaints? Let me think. Well, it's expensive, but that's to be known. Oh, this right here. I'm not a huge fan of this transmission selector. That's shared with something like a Cadillac CT5, which it's not a bad thing, because like a CT5 is a very nice vehicle, but it's half the price of an Escalade, and it feels a little more plasticky. Like even the transmission selector system I was trying out in the Buick recently, a Buick Envision Avenir, I thought was cooler than that. We have this row of toggle buttons for your climate control with this another gorgeous digital display screen there that very quickly reacts, and you see the numbers change there. But coming back to that diesel powertrain, I can't think of any reason why you would pick the gas engine over it. I actually like it that much. Unfortunately, diesel has received a bit of a reputation over the last few years, and I think some manufacturers may be moving away from it, but I'm really happy that GM has developed this diesel engine to put into this, some of the Silverado, I believe, and the other GMC and Chevy vehicles in this class. But this powertrain is great. And that efficiency that you get for a vehicle of this size, I'm telling you guys, this thing is enormous. Like, I drive around, I'm looking at other full-size SUVs, crossovers. They look like toys when you park it in a parking lot. The presence of the oh my God, that's an EV. That's a Hummer thing. That was a Hummer EV. Oh, whoa, that was cool. That makes this look small, actually. All right, we found a vehicle that makes this look normal size. But the presence you get from the Escalade, it is proper American luxury. It's just the kind of the more is better. How much space would you like? More. Power, a bit of that too. Screens, all of it. And it comes together to make a brilliant luxury package. Is it as sharp to drive or handling as some of the German competitors like a Cayenne or maybe an Audi SQ7, SQ8? Absolutely not. Even with the magnetic ride, this is a lumbering land yacht of a large SUV, but it handles its weight fine. At no point going through roundabouts or highway on-ramps that I feel like it was ungainly. It inspires you with confidence and you dominate the road. Is it as isolated and floaty as like a Range Rover Autobiography or like a Bentley or something like that? Not quite. You do feel some of the roots of what this platform is, but I mean, nothing short of a Navigator is at this scale of size. So this goes up right against the Navigator, which has not been updated to match this newest generation of the Escalade. So it'll be interesting to see what Lincoln does there. But wow, you can see I've been talking for a while. I've been spending some time with various Escalades, the new ones, and I really, really like them. Big fan. The light show when you turn it on at night, the driver assistance, the OLED screens, the glorious sound system. Just driving it makes you feel relaxed. This is like those executive luxury vehicles. I drive things like a BMW 7 Series or Mercedes S-Class, and I always say, you arrive more relaxed than you left. And that's what the Escalade is able to accomplish. I did a 5-hour road trip, and I got home, and I was like, just hop out, all good to go. Did it on one tank. I got a massage, listened to some great music with the great sound system. No complaints. Well thought out, well done Escalade. Well done, Cadillac. I really like this thing. And with that, we will conclude this point of view drive and review of the Duramax Escalade Platinum. Without a doubt, if I were to buy one of these, I would get this powertrain. No second thoughts. I would get the upgraded sound system. The OLED screens are gorgeous across all of them. I would try to get Super Cruise because I really want to try out Super Cruise. But for me, I don't need an Escalade personally. I don't have a large family I need to carry around. I don't quite need a full-size luxury SUV. But if you are shopping in this space, you absolutely need to go test drive one of these. And if you like the gas V8 one, I bet you're going to like this diesel one, because for all situations, it provides the same torque, the smoothness, the power is plenty there, and the efficiency just makes the gas one look feeble in comparison, because it is. The fuel economy ratings are way higher, and the real-world ones have reflected that, and I think it's great. Absolutely great. Thanks again for checking this video out. Make sure you also see the behind the scenes living with a Duramax Escalade Platinum. I spent well over a week with this thing. So that video is up on the channel, and the full review of the one with the gas engine as I whip roundabouts in a 6,000 plus pound luxury SUV, however much this thing weighs. A lot. Many, many pounds. I appreciate all the support, guys. Thanks for watching.